Moving sketch entities. If we're in our sketch tab and we go over to our modify panel and we want to go to the move tool, we click on the move tool, it brings up a dialog box. The first button is to select the objects that we want to move. So I can come over here and I can pick them individually, or I can use a window crossing. So I'll use a window crossing. And then it'll ask me for a base point. And a base point grabs onto various objects that we can use, such as points or center points of arcs and circles. And I'm going to grab onto this point right here. And now it'll ask me where do you want to go with it. And I'm going to come over here and specify the endpoint for the move. I'm going to place it on this point right here, and I pick, and now I've moved that entity. Also, let's do that again, and I come over and select. I'm going to select, I'll say done, sorry. And now I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to come here and say move. I'm going to say select, and I'm going to select, I'm going to come down here and pick on this circle. I'm going to pick a base point of the center of this circle, these concentric circles, and it brings up a message saying the geometry being edited is constrained to other geometry. We'd like these constraints removed. And I can say yes, and why that is the case in this button right here, I have all my constraints options. So I can relax the constraints, or I can break the constraints. So I can say I never want to relax them, or I never want to break them, or I can relax them if there's no equation, or I always relax them, or I always break the constraints, or I could prompt. In this case, I had a prompt. I'm going to check on a copy for this one. And so I click on copy, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to place this on its new place to move it. Boom. And I say done, and now I made a copy of that geometry and placed it over here. So the move command has this extended menu, and in here I want to set my constraints operations the way I would like them to do. Also, if I'm only moving one object, I can optimize for a single selection. This does improve the working ability if I'm grabbing one line or one object, and it'll ask you to move it right after that. And I could use my precise input in my special dialog box if I want to do that as well. So the move command has its own dialog box and allows us to move entities from one point to another.